So a lot of what I'm about to say, as I get into this, is you have to take my word for it. There are no screenshots. I don't have database logs of this. It's it's an answer to a question, and a question many of you might be aware of because of this.
I don't want to leave you this evening with nightmares. Instead, I would prefer to get your noggin jogging by introducing you to a unsolved situation. I'm talking about the mystery of the missing maxi pad. It turns out a particular individual has vanished. All of their social media accounts are shut down. Their YouTube account, their Twitter account, their Facebook account, even their DeviantArt account, all mysteriously have vanished from the internet. Even articles talking about this individual have been pulled down by the authors that wrote them. I'm talking about Pad Gardner.
Dun dun dun. Okay, buckle in. You just have to take my word for this. I have no evidence to back up what I'm saying. I mentioned at the start of this stream that Pad changed my perspective of a lot of things, and what he changed my mind on specifically was trannies. Now, how did he do that? Pad eventually revealed to us that he was extremely depressed. When he hinted at being depressed earlier in that interview, he really didn't do it justice. Pad had severe bouts of depression. He was suicidal. And his psychiatrist had a theory. So she had his DNA tested. And what it turned out is that he had a chromosomal disorder, XXY non-Klinefelter syndrome. Now, Klinefelter's is usually colloquially interchanged with XXY syndrome, but not all people with XXY have Klinefelter's. Klinefelter's usually has like hypogonadism and infertility, but there are people with XXY who don't have Klinefelter syndrome, and Pad was one of them. So when you hear those trannies talking about how they're a woman stuck in a man's body, our brain is as much a part of our physiology as our balls, so transitioning is natural. None of the motherfuckers have XXY. They don't. Pad is as close to that paradigm of woman in a man's body as possible because his doctor, who had a medical degree in psychology and supposedly or could be inferred that they know a lot about the relationship between brain and body, right? Put him on HRT. And Pad, this big motherfucker, this big fucking Army or Navy veteran, transitioned into a woman and wore a wig. And they did not pass, but they did not care, because once they had estrogen being injected into them, once they were on HRT, he says magically, his suicidal thoughts disappeared. He was completely cured of depression instantly by hormone replacement therapy. And guess what else was cured? Guess what else was cured, guys? Anybody want to guess what HRT fixed in his brain? Go on. Go on. The pads. No, not the autism. The pads. He didn't want to be a pad anymore. He was okay with just being a woman. You think it's a placebo effect? Well, he changed his name from Pad to a different female name, which I'm not going to say. And he's been gone ever since. He deleted everything because his obsession with pads was gone, and he was no longer Pad Gardner, and he was no longer a feminine pad. And it's not bullshit. That's why I get pissed off. I get pissed off at fucking trannies when they say this shit that, oh, they're a woman in a man's body and they need HRT, because your gender dysphoria isn't fucking XXY. Your gender dysphoria is autism. You failed at being a man, so you feel more comfortable being a woman. You just want to be in this protected class where you can inflict yourself on other people. But Pad, that nigga, he was legitimately disabled with a psychological condition that required him to take hormone therapy. And these crazy motherfuckers like Narcissa Wright and Greta Gustava and all these fucking freaks are an embarrassment to my nigga Pad. So that's that revelation of, oh, you know, sometimes there is a legitimate need for medical treatment that would be considered transitioning. So when people say I'm softer on trannies and shit, this is kind of why. And I don't really care what people think about me, to be honest. I'm just saying. Pure Aryan tranny, basically. Does this mean base trannies exist? Probably not. You know, Pad's a member of various organizations and stuff, an advocate. That probably means he's not base, but at least he's honest. He is somebody who had an illness and sought treatment for it. And I think that is not something you can say for many, many, many people who consider themselves trans. Our tranny. Amy Rose is a whore. I mean, does Jim know about this now? I don't know. I mean, it's not. The thing is, it's not in his thread. It was just kind of background noise to chat. So it's not posted anywhere. It's not written anywhere. I can't imagine that he does know, unless he hangs out in our chat room. But considering he accidentally identified our chat room as Discord in some screenshots he showed in the video, I'm pretty sure he does not know.